Signature is the best show I've seen where artists that are in recovery come together to celebrate their recovery and the fact that they are also artists and musicians.
It's all that I can do.
Signature is a dream.
Through.
5 years ago, she mentioned, I'm going to do something, Jenny, I'm going to do it. I can't tell you what it is, I'm doing it. And I'm like, okay, I'm in. Whatever that is. Because I could see, I knew Betty well enough to know that I could see her passion, that if she decided she was going to do it, she was doing it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be involved. So sure enough, like 4 or 5 years later, she came and said, okay, I'm doing this, and this is what it is. And I'm like, wow. Just nobody's done that.
Signature is to celebrate artists and musicians in recovery.
I'm a drug and alcohol counselor. I've been working in the field of drug addiction treatment. I go way back with Betty. Betty and I have worked together in the addiction field for almost 30 years. And I'm a musician, and I've always had this affinity for combining music and entertainment with recovery stuff. I love doing that, and so when Betty asked me to be part of Signature, this was just the next step. It was going in the exact same direction.
Mainly to celebrate artists and musicians in recovery. I just thought that was so amazing.
Artists and musicians have issues in their personal lives that make recovery harder for them.
Yeah, I actually started therapy and, just, I guess, treatment for mental health at 9. And I'm in recovery now, but I started drinking and using drugs at 11.
Drinking was my thing. I was sleeping on my bass player's couch, and she was dating my bass player, and I was getting spooned by a Great Dane every night. Maybe it was the drinking. Why couldn't stay out of jail or stop driving drunk or, was basically homeless.
1984 is when I first started working in this field. A little aside is I've been sober since 1988.
And then I got sober and I didn't know how to do anything, especially sing, because I'm a singer and you're so vulnerable, in those moments.
I thought my creative life was completely over when I got sober. I was ready to give up being a musician. I was ready to give up anything and everything that stood in the way of being sober, because I was finally convinced that I was seriously going to die. Interestingly, a band was dropped in my lap 9 months after I was sober, and my higher power saying, no, you still go do it, just do it this way instead.
Never in my wildest, most beautiful dreams did I ever envision anything.
So I think that it's really just so cool to show people who are new in recovery that whatever it is, it doesn't have to be music that you're passionate about, it doesn't have to be art that you're passionate about. But whatever it is that you're passionate about that's like stirring in you, that you're afraid to do, you should just do it anyway. You know what I mean? You should just do it anyway, because I have been terrified of just making sounds and being public, and the more I do that stuff, the more I feel like I've come into this woman that God made me, that I drank and used because I was afraid of.
If musicians and artists understand that over here there are a lot of people that are doing their best work and they're doing it without drugs and alcohol, if it can be an example of what could be, we'll lose fewer people. I hope it's an annual event from here until the end of time.
I remember thinking though along the way, I don't know if this is going to work. Are people going to come? And then I thought, no, it's divinely inspired. We have to do this. Even if nobody comes, there will be enough volunteers and enough of us there and all the musicians, and we'll have a good time.
So let's just do it. And we had almost 500 people.
You know what this is? This was my brother's. I've worn it for over 30 years. It says it's possible.